Hello everybody, I just want to say thank you all so much for participating in the 2025 First Ever Game Jam League Game Jam. It was a wonderful experience and it was great having everybody there who participating in playing and who participated in making the games. You guys were all so awesome and I really appreciate every single one of you. I wanted to roll through really quick the different submissions that we had. As you can see here, I made a beautiful document. So first we had Lick and Helen and their frog hunt. This was a really fun game where you hunted the flies who were hunting the poop. And Steffa said, old school platformer that really ought to be given the time it needs to shine. With a lighthearted and humorous aesthetic, the core mechanic yearns to be utilized further and with more breadth. I said, I really enjoyed this game and the idea that flies were hunting the poop and that you were hunting the flies. The game itself was quite addicting and the contrasting colors were visually appealing. I generally really enjoyed this game. I liked the gag lines. The UI was very simple, but it was also kind of funny, so I really enjoyed that. Overall, we gave that a 59. Clap, 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 clap. You get an F. Or a D-. I don't know. We'll call it a D-. Sanguine Nights was probably personally my favorite game. It was a 2D pixel platformer where during the day you had to hide and at nighttime you had to go hunt down all the little people who were hunting you in during the day. And I really liked the aesthetic of it. I liked the ticking clock and little vial, and I really would love to see this game built out into a full game. It would be so much fun. Steph has said the technical ambition of this game as well as its presentation are standout successes for the competition, but a touch of jank coupled with very strong competition robs it of its first place. So there was a lot of really tough competition, and honestly the jank bit was that there was no win. Like nothing popped up on the screen if you won, and we actually spent a long time playing this one to see what would happen. I said this was so cool. I love the pixel style and various assets. The color palette was consistent and fonts used correlated with the overall game theme. It was actually the only submission that I saw that had a correlating font that matched the theme of the game, and I really enjoyed that. I had fun slicing and dicing my way through this one. DataHunter. This was Ben Victus and Kobe's game. Overall, I forgot to say. Overall, we gave this one a 72, so they got a C. Good job. I'm proud of them for that. DataHunter was a game by Ben Victus and Kobe. Steppa said an ambitious game which, if given the time, can naturally expand into a memorable Johnny Mnemonic or Deuce Exian vibes-based hackathon. I would not go with my I said I love the retro vibe. I would have loved to see a little bit more vibrant, contrasting colors. Font didn't flow with the overall hacker vibe. However, I really enjoyed the overall idea and creative ingenuity of this game. I only got one screenshot from this game. I was pretty lazy with the screenshots. I'm sorry guys, everyone was rushing me. But so yeah, basically it was kind of difficult at first, but once you use your brain a little bit, it's you just have to use your common sense, and sometimes that's not immediately common, so it was definitely experience, and I definitely would love to see this one built out a little bit more. I don't know if it's ever going to be worked on again, but it was interesting and fun. Roach was Shani Poo's game. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting this. We gave this one a 57 out of 100. So they got an F plus. Yay, they got a +1. That's pretty cool. Alright, so Roach was the game done by Shani Poo, and we gave him a 64 out of 100. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that there. Seppa said, an exterminator with a 45, a simple premise that is actually surprisingly fun, polished and seemingly bug-free, which is funny to say because there were literally roaches everywhere, might I add. Some strategy hitches bring it down a few pegs, but the notion begs to be explored further. I said, first of all, total horror fuel. I really enjoyed the ambiance applied. Textures and lighting correlated well with the horror theme, and I enjoyed and absolutely hated how I was both scared of the roach skitters as well as the monster hunting me. Great use of assets, however, I would have liked to see more credits/UI features. There was literally no UI, but it was just absolutely fucking terrifying. Another one I would love to see built out. As you can see, this is pretty funny. This is a screenshot somebody else took. I thought it was hilarious. Plagiarist Pursuit, which was by Sneezy and Mike Fury 3D, another two-man team. And overall, we gave this a 73 out of 100, so a C+. Very good job. Judge 1 Sepha said, a deceptively simple game that puts a unique and compelling spin on the theme, executing it with a very little fault. Strong emotions are felt by the player, leading to a memorable experience. I said, first off, thank you for the credit. Secondly, I loved this. The little characters and their expressions were so cute. The contrasting colors were appealing, and the in-game UI was helpful and well placed. I absolutely loved this game. I was not good at playing it because I'm silly, but I did try to play it for quite a bit of time and watch Sepha play it for quite a bit of time. I think he ended up playing it either pretty far or completing it fully or such. I'm not quite sure how the ending went on that adventure. Alright, so we had a couple of last minute submissions after the deadline. One was Hunt or Hunted. This was a very quick game, which wasn't really too much of a game at all, but you opened it up and it had two buttons, and the buttons had positive and negative voice acting lines, which Jake Moon is known for. If you need a sultry, deep-voiced male voice actor, just let me know, I got one, or just, Google Jake Moon, because he's Pog for sure. Pog.cog. Alright, Sepha said, an avant-garde design masterwork disguised as a video game. In a different competition, it would have taken first place. I agree with that sentiment. I said that this made me giggle. The UI exists and is reactive. A style is implemented. Overall, I think this is a great showcase of a skill set. Insert PNG here. We had another small submission, which was not actually a game, but a video of the game. It did not get finished. And I had nothing to say about that. I was so busy and lazy that I actually had nothing to say, but I do want to say that I really appreciate you taking the time to work on something, and I hope that you enjoy playing all the games in the game jam, and that if you finish your game, I would love to play it. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the final scores. Ooh, baby, it gives itself away. I mean, obviously it was very hard, but ranked first to third place, we've got Plagiarist Pursuit, Sanguine Nights, and Roach. It is without a doubt my greatest pleasure to have been a judge and an administrative host in this Game Jam League, and I hope that I get to do this for years to come. Thank you all for joining me involuntarily today, and I hope you have fun fucking off. Like, oh my god.